Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it's Saturday, so that means it is time for my weekly roundup. I am getting a little late of a start today. I guess when am I not having late starts on Saturdays really recently, huh? But that's okay. So, yeah, I finally got my shower in, finally. This used to be one of my favorite workout shirts, T-Rex no leg push-ups. It makes me giggle. My theory was always, put on the funny shirts, make yourself as happy as possible if you're gonna go work out. Make it a fun time. Anyway, so, Saturdays we do my weekly roundup. Yeah! So what's my weekly roundup? We go through my week in crafting. We also talk about the book, and I've lately been giving you the health updates since so many of you are so kindly concerned and interested. I will continue to share kind of what I'm comfortable with. You know, there might come times when I'm not comfortable sharing, and you guys have always understood when that happens, so thank you, thank you. Anyway, I am going to remember to do my stitch marker of the day from Ellie Leva at Ellie Leva's Crafts and More. This is her St. Patrick's Day set. Yay! She does have her Easter set available, so if you are interested, go check her out, and I'm sure she would be more than happy to discuss with you. Oh, Ellie, this is beautiful! Okay, this is a brass stamping of a shamrock that has some enamel on it, and I don't even know how to describe the pattern, but it is super duper cool. It's kind of stripy. I don't know. Take a look. It is so cool though. Look at how cute that is and those beads. Oh, that's amazing. Ellie, this is beautiful. I'm going to add it to my collection here. Here, you can go with the rainbow. Here we go. There's days 1 through 6 so far. I know they're kind of jumbled, but I love it as per usual. In crafting news, let's talk about my finished objects first. My FOs. I have more than I thought I would. I finished this adult-sized beanie on my Addy machine. It's a double layer. It's Karen Jumbo Ombre and white on the inside, so you could reverse it if you wanted to have it like just a pop of white there, or a pop of color on the bottom, or you could wear it slouchy with whichever side out you wanted. So reversible, super cool. I am working on an adult-sized scarf right now to match this. It's about half done. So, an Addy hat, completed! And then when I finish that set, I'll set it aside for donation next year. That is going over there. Okay! I am doing the Mystery Yarn Challenge with Lori, Armchair Chef. This is MYC 324. I'm doing the option where you work on a whip and send out yarn. So I sent out yarn and I was working on a whip. I say was because the whip being FO now. Look at that. So I finished it. This is the CNC cowl. It is a kit I got from Mountain Meadow Yarn out in Wyoming. And I think this is beautiful. Look at it. So it's kind of done in an A-line, so you can wear it all different ways. You're supposed to, it's sticking. Or you're supposed to be able to wear it kind of like a little capelet shawl type thing. Kind of like a normal cowl like this. And it kind of goes longer down there. You know, you zhuzh it up and make it look awesome. And then there was one way they had like a shawl pin. I don't have a shawl pin. But, actually I do. It's in my jewelry box, but it's not readily available. But yeah, it's a kit. Comes with the pattern, CNC cowl, and all the yarn you need. They had 2 different versions of the kit where it came with needles, knitting needles, or without. I got without. It's using the Green River hand dyed. My colorway is Canyon, so that's the yarn. It came with 2 50-gram hanks, and they measured that perfectly. This is what I have left. I started get worried near the end, I'll be honest. I was like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. It is a fingering weight yarn, but you used 5.5 millimeter knitting needles, US 9. So that's a much larger needle than I would normally use for a project like this. So it was interesting. Oh, but I can claim, oh, what is this? Oh, bingo. Bingo built a whale out of Legos and stuck it in my project bag. And I can reclaim my stitch marker and use it for another project. So now I have a project bag free and open for something else, and I can stick this in my binder. So yay! I have completed my challenge. I need to take a picture of it and send it to Lori. It's fun, it's exciting. I love seeing what everyone makes with their stuff, and yeah. So it is a bit A-line. You cast on a lot, and then you do 2 rounds of decreases to make it kind of A-line. There you go. Very cool. That's probably going to go on a mannequin shortly. What else did I finish? I have declared 2024 my year of amigurumi. To start, I've been working through the Crochet Cute Critters book by Sarah Zimmerman, who is Repeat Crafter Me on YouTube. And I'm basically going through picking the next 2. The kids get to pick which one they want, and then I make them for them. So we were on Dash the dog. We're because it's completed. There he is. Chomps wanted a red and orange dog. He got it. I messed up and started the wrong color here, so I just did a stripe there. And Chomps liked it so much he wanted a stripey tail. So that's what we did. There we go. It's cute. I think I'm getting a little better at this. I think I'm getting better at stuffing them, which is a skill, you know. I thought I was pretty awful at stuffing them. I do need, this leg is sewn on kind of wonky. It should have probably been a couple stitches further in. But that's all stuff I am still learning and will get better at. I don't think it looks that terribly off, and even if it does, it's a handmade toy. What do you expect? So next is going to be, it's an elephant. Edward the elephant. So it was Chomp's turn to pick. It was between the elephant and the fox. Chomps said he wanted the fox, so he will get the fox. But next up is the elephant, which is going to be for Bingo. She tells me she wants it in blue and teal. I'm going to see. I don't know. I do have, but I don't think it's a 4-weight yarn. I think it's a 3-weight yarn, but I could try it. Just use a smaller hook. It'll just be a smaller elephant, right? I don't know what I'm going to do for blue and teal. I've been trying to use my larger scraps, so we'll see. For the fox, though, I do know I had some of this peacock yarn from Hobby that I wanted to make the kids stuffies with. So Chomps wants to try this for his fox. So I've got this kind of orangey, bronzy color, copper, that's a better word. And then this kind of light tan, off-whitish color. So I'm going to make a fox. And then he saw this white and said, use this white too. It's Lincoln Fog from Peyton's. I'll see how it works out. I don't quite... the elephant is next, so I wasn't really expecting him to pick out his yarns right now. But I'll throw it in the bag, have it available, so I can jump right into the fox after I finish the elephant. That's perfect, right? Okay. Anyway, but Doggy is done. Chomps is so excited to get that. But I'm going to set this bag over here because I have to search out the yarn for Bingo. Okay, what else do I have? I have one more completed object that I can show you. I thought I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing completed objects. Maybe? Maybe not. Let me see. Oh, okay. I've got 2 I can't show you right now. there we go. Okay, what else did I complete? Well, I was so close to completing this last night that I didn't work on the sock. I worked on this. So I did finish my Expression Fiber Arts item for the month. I was doing the Doris wrap, and I apologize, I didn't realize I had not been linking this in the description box. I went back last week and did link it, so it's there now, and it should be there this week. She uses a sparkly DK. Of course, she dyes yarn, so she had gorgeous hand-dyed yarn that she used. I wanted to use sparkly. I couldn't find sparkle in enough yardage, so I found a bonus bundle, a mandala bonus bundle. You needed about 1,000 yards. Her sample used like 1,007 yards or something. These have 1,100 yards, so I thought it would be just fine, and it was. Oh, it has 1,181 yards, so over 1,100 yards. Lightweight 3. This colorway is Seder Satir, so used that, and this is how much I had left. So I didn't get to the last color, and here is the wrap. It's a filet crochet kind of larger wrap situation. I've got it folded in half lengthwise here because it's pretty long. I think it looks like a gorgeous like summer sunset almost. I think it's so pretty. Oh, I love this colorway. I love it. This is one colorway where I feel like if you look and see it on the website, it doesn't look as pretty as it ends up in person, you know? You know how that somehow happens? So yeah, this is for the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight. It's an Expression Fiber Arts. We're featuring Expression Fiber Arts this month. And that's going to be one of the giveaway items for the giveaway. I'm going to throw this in a scrap bin. We might find something it needs. Okay, so that's it for the finished objects I'm going to share with you. The next, let's go in, because I did finish putting my sock yarn in. So here is the sock granny square blanket, the miniature granny square blanket. I'm using fingering weight. I'm using the leftovers from the socks I make to do this, and it is using a 2mm crochet hook. Why do I do these things? I don't know. I don't know. But there it is. It's coming out fun. It's unique. It's different. It's remembering what the socks I've made. So this goes back in this baggie and waits for the next sock to be completed. And then, okay, I'll just go into the sock since it's here. I did get a little work on the sock this week, but like I said, not last night because I was focused and wanted to finish that wrap. So I finished the toe and the like ball of the foot, and now I'm starting to work on the gusset because it's a toe up sock. So you do it in reverse how you would do a top down sock. Where if it's a top down sock, you do the heel flap, turn, and then the gusset. So here you do the gusset, the turn, then the heel flap. But here you go. That's my sock thus far. This is using Cozy Toes yarn, which is from Hobby Lobby. It was a gift from Grammy Colleen Crochets. There we go. The color is Balloon Brigade. There you go. And I thought I was making these for Brian. Turns out it's a pattern designed for a female's foot. I said I was going to try on that completed sock. We didn't do it because I tried it on and it fits my foot perfectly. So if it fits my foot perfectly, it's not going to fit Brian's foot. But this is the Go Your Own Way socks from, it doesn't have the title on this page because I'm beyond the title page. Go Your Own Way socks from Knit Picks. This was recommended to me from Knits Linda. So yay, thank you, Linda. She has the best pattern recommendations. She gets me into so much trouble. You guys, I'm going to have to do a pattern book haul soon to show you all this stuff. Okay, so I finished three 4 projects here. Yeah. So I had to start a new one. You know that. So because Bingo claimed that skinny cake blanket I've been working on, I thought I should start something for Chomps again. And he had picked out some mandala yarn for a sweater for himself, and he said that's what he wanted next. So, oh, my hook has gotten woefully caught in the yarn. Okay, so he picked out the colorway Chimera. It's kind of a rainbow. And again, I just started freehanding a sweater for him. Still kind of in a raglan style, but I'm using DC double crochets for the sleeves. And I'm trying the lemon peel stitch for the main body. And I did the single crochets in the back loop thingy to make a collar. So here we go. It started. He's got another sweater going. I don't know how quickly that's going to go or not, because like I said, there's no pattern, so I kind of do what I think will work, and then I try it on him and see if it's going okay, and then rip back if it's not. That is attempt 2 so far. My first attempt did not work. What else? Oh, the pickle jar. Let's talk about the pickle jar before it gets forgotten. I am working on, from Aberdeen Wools, the pickle jar kit. There you go. It is Tangled Poets hand-dyed yarns. You buy the jar. It comes with 40 minis in it. You get 2 patterns and a set of needles. Well, you get a circular needle. So I've been trying to add 1 mini per week for the original cowl design. And then I figure once I finish this, I will reorder and do the bias scarf that's in there. But I did get the next one in. There it is. So here is the cowl thus far. There you go. The cowl so far. And we're going to have to pick the next mini to go in. So let's see what the jar of fate commands. Oh, we're going dark blues, greens, and purples. So I think that's going to meld quite nicely with what we've just done. And we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I'm going to kind of leave this out so I can get that going soon. Okay, and then I'm going to take a drink of water. Okay, let's do this since it wants to topple over. I did do more work on the skinny cake blanket. I finished that whole second cake. So it's getting quite long now. Bingo! So this is where we left off last week. Right here. This is our stitch marker. And this is where we are today. A whole nother cake in. I've added the 3rd cake. Bingo tells me, I only want 3. I only want 3. And I'll be honest, she often is right, and she might be right. So I'm going to do this 3rd cake, see how it ends up lengthwise. I've been getting about 28 rows per cake. So it's going to be probably just shy of 90 rows when I finish this next one, and we'll have to see. I think she's right. Those kiddos. But yeah, I literally just started. So this is the cake I've been working on. The pattern here is, oh, it's getting so beat up in this bag. It's a crochet along that Mel from Lethaley's Little Hook and Mama G Gear is working on. And here's my crochet hook. I'm using Skinny Cakes in the colorway Fruit Punch. This is one of the new colors. I'm using my 5.5mm crochet hook, but I'm not seeing it in the bag right now, which of course has me mildly concerned. Where did you go, crochet hook? Okay, well, I'll find it. The blanket no longer fits in the bag, which is what's been causing me problems. Try to get you the pattern. It's a free pattern on Yarnspirations. It's called Wavy Granny Crochet Blanket. If you're interested in the crochet along, check out Mel, Lethalia's Little Hook. She has a couple of lives talking about it, and she's got all the info there. I believe if you complete it and get them pictures by April 4th, they are doing some drawings, but if you just want to make it for fun like I am, you do you! Like I said, I don't know if I'll finish it in the time frame, but because I've kind of completed so many things, there we go, I kind of shoved it all in there. You know, it's been getting more love, so we'll see what happens here. Okay, I'm talking really fast today. I don't want my book right now, but my book is on top of the next project. My plan with my Ginger Snap Advent Calendar from 2023 was to try to make myself a special sweater. I picked out Spectre by Joji Locatelli. I have never made a Joji Locatelli pattern, a design before, so thought I'd give it a go. It's designed to be a fade, but she wanted you to pick like 3 colors, and then she even has like the charts of when you should fade in the colors. I'm ignoring that, and I'm just going through, because the advent calendar had such a gorgeous gradient already built into it, so I'm just going through the gradient. I have completed section 1, and I am into section 2 now, so I've moved to the larger needles, and I'm on to my second mini of yarn. So here, that's the wrong side. Here's the right side. There you go. It's scrunched up on the needles a bit now. I've decided to just own it and go with a magic loop, even though I really hate magic loop. Just because I didn't want to keep, trying to keep change needles throughout the body and stuff. So just grabbed a gigantic US 3 and I'm going for it. So, I mean, you can see it's such a nice gradient. Like, you can kind of see the fade if you look close enough, but it's hard. This is wonderful. So yeah, I'm on the second mini, and we'll see how this goes. I don't have any time frame or hopes for this. My goal is to touch this every day and do at least a round. I've done far more than a round each day so far, which is great, but I mean, I finished this next little clump of rows, and then there's another increase round. So it's going to keep getting bigger before we kind of reshape for the sleeve holes, you know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. I'm very, very excited. And the yarn is beautiful, and it's great to work with, and yeah, it's an adventure. So, else did I do? Well, this morning, somebody came out of the corner, and I got her out of the corner, and I figured out where I was, because like the special person I am, I decided to stop mid-round when I put her in the corner. You know who it is, don't you? If you've been around, you know. You want to know how long she's been in the corner? I can't tell you exactly how long she's been in the corner. I can tell you I printed this section of the pattern a year ago, March 29th, 2023. I'm trying to get it so I can show you, like, sneaky wise, what it is. That's right, Sophie's universe is coming out of the corner. We're going to try to get her back on track. I stopped on part 8. I looked, according to the row count, I'm on row 65. If you do just the main part of the pattern and not the extras, there's like some extra squares and some ideas to grow it, and then like an optional border and stuff like that. But if you stop where the main pattern says to stop without the optional additions, which is where I plan to take it to. That's all I'm taking it to, guys. I'm sorry. There are 113 rounds. So I am roughly halfway there. So I figured out where I was. I am still not quite done. Oh no, the whale! With round 65, I have 2 sides left to do. But like I said, I figured out where I was in the pattern and what I needed to do. So that's at least the starting point, right? But here she is in her glory. And remember, I'm doing this as a scrap project. So everything in here is just scrap balls of yarn. And as I run out of a scrap color, I cycle new ones in. So you're going to see some color changes from the middle out. And it starts from the middle there. And I'm just going to show you one. It's so big. I don't know how to get it all in frame for you. There's that kind of corner flower. And here we go. So Sophie is back in action, guys. I'll be honest, I pulled out the bag, had a nice coughing fit from the dust on the bag, and I'm kind of feeling a little tickle in the throat here again. But yeah, I've got all the scraps. I'm using one of the Lion Brand gigantic Santa sacks to store her, and we'll see how this goes. I don't know. With how big the rounds are getting, I don't know how to, like, say any completion goals or anything. I'd like to use this in April for my Mystery Yarn Challenge with Lori, but there's no way I'm going to finish the whole blanket in April. You know that. I'm tempted to see if Lori will say, oh yeah, you can just finish, because this is part 8. Your goal can be like to do part 9 and like try to do parts, and maybe I could do part 9 and 10 in April. I don't know. But I don't want to burn out on her again. So I'm tempted to do like, to finish a part, put her to the side, work on something else, and then come back to her. But then if I don't touch her, does she get lost again? She was never lost. She was naughty. This round 65 has been giving me fits. But like I said, I only have one long side, one short side, one long side left. So hopefully I've got it figured out and I can keep going and I haven't messed it up or anything for the continuing rounds. I'll figure it out if I did. You can fudge these things, right? Kinda. I'm just using a 5.5 millimeter, I think my boy hook on that. Oh, yeah, there's dust on that bag. Okay, so that's the yarny goodness I have for you today. Big news, Sophie's back, and I finished those projects, the CNC cowl, the dog, and the Doris wrap, I think, were the bigger projects we were looking for. The Addy hats are nice, but they're just like little things I work in the kitchen and stuff, because that's, the Addy is on our kitchen table. That's where it's mounted. Okay, let's take a drink. And then, since that's the end of Yarny Goodness, we will talk book next. So if you were just here for the yarn stuff, thank you so much for stopping by. I will talk to you guys later. If you want to talk books, let's do that now. I am reading Mark Lawrence's The Book That Wouldn't Burn. And I am now pretty darn on halfway through. So I am just starting chapter 33. My goal, like I said, I try to read a chapter a night, at least. And I've done that because I was stopped on chapter 24 last time. So almost 10 chapters. I guess that's 9 chapters. I think I was more, so I said I figured out who one of the characters was in kind of a parallel timeline universe type thing. I do now know, or I do now think again, it's more like parallel timelines than it is universes. At least I think. I think so. But I can't tell which is the past and which is the future. I'm still kind of a little bit confused there. But that's the fun of the book. If you figured it out right in the first half, why would you keep reading? I have a inkling who one of the other characters is, but I'm not quite sure yet. I think, so I said last week that I think maybe he was looking for the girl. I thought he was, just didn't recognize her because she was at a different age. I think that's the case. Because I think the time is moving differently for different characters, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's fun, it's interesting, it's definitely kind of a magic fantasy book, but not sword and sorcery, not like dragons. There are some battles. There's a warring faction, I guess I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't know where it's all going, but it's interesting and it's keeping me engaged, which is great. I'm enjoying it. The book that wouldn't burn, Mark Lawrence. Like, it's hard to say too much about it, what it's about, without giving away the plot, if that makes sense right now. I can't right now say what I think any overarching themes or anything like that is quite yet. I definitely think there is a theme of knowledge and working for the knowledge and how you obtain knowledge and how getting knowledge without necessarily earning the knowledge can be dangerous. Does that make any sense? It's kind of like Jurassic Park and Dr. Malcolm's whole speech about your scientists were so obsessed with whether or not they could, they didn't think if they should. That whole thing. I think that's kind of a theme going on here, but I'm not sure. There's definitely a theme of media control, information control, because the king controls what information can come out of the library and can therefore manipulate the narrative that the citizens get, if that makes sense. But I don't know how that's all going to come together. I don't know. And I don't know if that's really meant to be the big themes of the book or if that's just threads I'm picking up right now. But there you go. If that sort of thing interests you, yeah, so if those themes, ideas kind of interest you, I think this book might be good for you. It's supposed to be part of a trilogy. This was recommended to me by Ray from Ray's Yarn Addiction. I do know book 2 is supposed to be coming out, and there is a novella, so there's like a book 1.5 that has come out after this book. I haven't read it yet. I don't, obviously, because I'm still working on this one. I don't have it yet. We'll see if and when I get that book. But yeah, if this continues to engage me, I'll definitely watch out for book 2 and the rest of the series. I can't see why it wouldn't. Ray has a very good book and tastes. Taste in books. Oh dear. Okay. So, that is the end of the book talk. T-A-L-K, not T-O-K. Portion of it. I'm just looking around to make sure I didn't forget anything, because I feel like I'm forgetting something. If I did, we'll talk about it next week. We'll do a quick health update here and move on. Brian continues to feel better from his cold, but he's not 100%. I am feeling more allergy, congestion-y, snotty in the head again. I think it's allergies. We've had recent big shifts in the weather. So I was talking to my physical therapist, and she thinks that's what it is. Because she said she's experiencing it too, and she's been seeing more of her patients experiencing it. So I don't think I have picked up what Brian has in any sense. Like I said, I think this is allergies, rapid change in temperature. Like, Mother Nature just needs to figure out. She went, like, literally in 1 week we had, like, almost every season. Yeah, because in my head, spring and autumn are pretty similar, so we went from, like, frigid cold, 20s, 30s. We hit the 70s. We came back to, like, the 50s. And now we had snow yesterday. Slushy, nasty snow. And it just doesn't know what's going on. And neither does my head. But anyway, my physical therapist thought she was going to set me on my way this week after my last visit. She said I kind of regressed. We think it's the congestion in the head messing up the vestibular system again. So I had some regression. I had some positives, but I did have some regression. So we're going to keep on meeting. We'll see. And when she feels comfortable letting me go. And I am all for that. I like having the ability to go in and to talk to somebody who is invested in figuring out what's going on. And she definitely is invested, and I like that. But yeah, pretty positive overall. But yeah, we're still investigating and seeing, if I might never get back to, like, perfect, but I was getting pretty darn close to, I don't think you're gonna fall and injure yourself. But now I backslid, and I actually got an alert from my Apple Watch saying, we've detected your gait is imbalanced, beware. And I was like, oh man, that's not good, Apple Watch, and you're creepy. How do you know that? So I think that was actually one of the factors that made her say, yeah, let's keep on meeting here. Apple knows all, apparently. Apple actually kind of creeps me out. But that's a topic for another day, right? How much technology knows about us and what information we're giving them access to. Yikes! Okay. I think that's a good stopping point, right? I've been blabbering on. But I feel better. Like I said, I'm a little off balance, a little off kilter a bit again, but I think we are still moving in an upward trajectory, which is great. And I'm going to stop there because I've said like 3 times I'm going to stop talking now, and then I just keep talking. So now I really am going to stop talking. I will see you all later. Bye!